Hey everyone, welcome to Weekly Crop. This is a new series we're going to do every week where we talk about some featured products in the store. And to start it off, we're talking about Saramonic this week. If you are playing in the video sphere and you do a lot of audio stuff, you're going to know some pretty household names like Sennheiser or Rode. This is a company that is not brand new. They've been around for a little bit, but they're new to us and they're filling our shelves, but they're also filling the internet. I've noticed more and more across the board on the internet that this is a hot product and a lot of people are talking about it, and there's a good reason why a lot of people are talking about it. So with me, I have our product manager here, Mr. Brian Young, who's going to tell us all about why this is such an important product. So Brian, lay it on us. What's the big deal about Saramonic?
Well, first, I wanted to just clarify what is Saramonic, first of all. Well, Saramonic is really affordable audio for the masses. That's really what their sort of theme is, and also Saramonic sounds great. Yeah. I mean, the product provides good quality sound at a very effective price point, and they have a wide range of unique products, a whole lineup of products that fill a lot of gaps out there in different product levels, interfaces, microphones, things like that. But what we're going to start off talking about a little bit is the wireless systems first, because that's really where they've really made their mark. It's the most popular products that they make are their wireless microphone systems. And so we're going to start off first with the most popular of all of them, which is this SR-WM4C system. Right. And that's the system that we can see here up at the front of the table. Yep. So I think the most important fact about these products that you have to understand is that this is a UHF quality microphone system. The VmicLink5 is the latest in the series. There was previously a series before that called VmicLink10, but that channel band is now eliminated because of the channel sell-offs in the United States and whatnot. Right. So the VmicLink5 is the most popular new system, and basically the most popular feature about this is the receiver. Now the receiver itself can pick up 2 simultaneous transmission packs. So therefore I can now have it kitted with 2 lavs and 1 receiver. And that's the power of the system. At an excellent price point, I now have 2 wireless mic systems basically in one. And
so basically what happens now is it takes that mini jack, and if you're like a DSLR shooter, it will split that into the 2 mics will be in the left channel and in the right channel. So for all these DSLR shooters, it's an amazing opportunity to have just a single system that splits into channels.
Correct. So you just go into the menu system and you decide, or do you want to have it mixed? If you did want to have it mixed for some reason, you wanted to have the 2 channels mixed together, or you put it into stereo mode, and then channel A would be discreetly on the left, and channel B would be discreetly on the right. And that would go into any camera. And
then what happens is, you just said any camera, what happens if somebody is if they're not using DSLR, they're using a traditional video camera or any type of cinema camera that uses XLR input? How does this adapt to that?
So then the kit comes stock with a single XLR, which would then obviously be mixed to mono. So you would have both channels coming into one. But they do, and that's how we're working actually here today. We're using the mic system today to do this interview. And that's basically, you can buy optionally a splitter that basically is the locking mini connector to 2 XLR, and then you can go discreetly into the 2 different channels, channel 1 and channel 2.
And with the 2 channels, I would imagine that you have a system that outputs to 2 different units, that it must draw more power or something like that. So how does it manage all of that in terms of its power?
Okay, so it uses standard A-type batteries, just little pop-in tray here that use your AA batteries, and you can buy it as a single transmitter lav, and then you would basically turn off channel P, which would then your batteries would last longer because now the receiver is only running 1 channel, And then if you want, you can go in and turn on the 2nd channel and have the 2 transmitter pack. And then we also make bundles, special bundles. So if you did want to have an XLR, type adapter, so that you could use a standard dynamic type microphone into your XLR, or a shotgun that you wanted to have on a rig.
So one person could be running this, but the other person's on this.
Exactly. Great for AV presentations and events and those kinds of things, where maybe you're going to have the speaker is going to be wired with the lav, and then you want to hand the microphone around in the audience, either with an XLR mic, or there is also a mic that has the transmitter built right into the handle of the mic. So you you can mix and match. And then there's actually also one more part to the system that's just being launched right now, is a new type of receiver. And that receiver basically has the XLR built into it so that it can plug directly right into the camera. Now, most often I would use that for a single channel. It can do two channel, but because it's plugging right in, then it's both channels would be mixed. And so it's impossible to get them discrete out of that XLR connector. But for a low-cost single-channel system that just plugs directly into the camera's XLR port, that would be a great new option.
Right, awesome.
Okay, and just feel the build quality of this. You can see.
That's definitely one thing I noticed. I noticed that it's a lot more in line with some of the professional audio that I've been using on set. In commercial or television lifestyle productions, whereas traditionally in this price point you've seen more plasticky models.
Correct.
So this is the first time that I've come across something that is at this price point that's actually built this well.
That's right. It's built, it's heavy, it's meaty, it's a full metal body chassis. It's designed, I mean, even while we're setting up here, I dropped mine on the floor a couple times. So, I mean, it's designed to take that kind of abuse, which happens daily, right?
Exactly.
So, and again, because it's UHF, you have up to 96 channels available to you. So you can have multiple systems running on set simultaneously. You could use it even for like staging, where you had like a live event play or something like that, where you had multiple actors all wired up.
So you have like 20 of these running at the same time.
All at the same time. You just come up with a channel plan, and within the 96 available channels available in the band, then you just set it all up.
And now I hope I'm not skipping ahead here, because we're going to talk about some other products, but I think it's a good opportunity because people might be interested in this. All the different bands and why some products have one band and why some products are on another and what that means. Because there's a give and take. So VHF, UHF, and digital. Tell me about all that.
Okay, so UHF is basically the most common professional level wireless out there. And it sits in a channel band that's protected and assigned. That's why we talked about the channel band changes a little bit earlier. So they've protected those bands, but within that band, there's up to 96 channels now available UHF. The great thing about UHF is it gives the best balance of distance, power, overall audio quality, and also latency. So basically, if you're doing like a real-time performance to a live audience, things like that, the latency is minimized, the overall audio quality is near maximized, and it's the best performer in all areas. And also distance, you can go, you know, up to 100 meters kind of distance and things like that. So it's designed to be the most versatile, rugged, mainstream performer. All right. And then also within the family of products that Saramonic has available, they have a lower cost system. Now this lower cost system is, you know, really designed for the vlogger or the person that's really a photographer that's just making his first ventures into audio, and they just want to, you know, free themselves from the cables, right? They don't want to have to be wired, and maybe they're not worried about having multi-channel environments and all these other things. They're not like a broadcaster where you're going to show up on a location and you're going to have other broadcasters doing stand-up at the same time, and you have to be on other channels and whatever. So this is a very simple system designed for corporate vlogging, things like that. So 4 channels, A, B, C, and D. Very simple. You just,
which is actually, there's beauty in simplicity, right? Because with all these other ones, you've got to go into a menu and assign channels and sync up channels and things like this. But here it's just like it's just a switch. Like you're literally channel A, B, C, and D, and you're done, right? So it makes it.
So you just match the two. Each one has a switch like that, and just a power on. And boom, you're ready to go. The microphone is a little mini XLR type. You can see that the antennas are a little bit more flexible and whatnot because, again, it's a different frequency band. It's in the 200 megahertz VHF band. And some people may say, oh, I'm going to get some interference in that band and whatnot. There are chances of that if you're in a high density environment, a big, big entertainment venue with everybody with their phones going at the same time and whatnot. But if you're in, more controlled corporate type environment like we are here in the store, in the building, or whatever, this system's going to work fine. And although this system is designed really for a shorter distance, I would say probably 50 meters is really the touted spec. I've seen it work in an open field up to 300 feet away. And I've seen also even from noise cancellation point of view, I've seen this microphone held up to like a LED light or something, where a microphone, a wired type microphone was producing hum. This system, there's no hum induced into it.
Yeah, and that's the advantage of an XLR system, is that, you know, the channels are kind of doing alternate frequencies to kind of cancel out.
That's right.
Right, and so, you know, with other systems that were just the regular, you know, single mono channel, that's where you get the frequency. So there's a lot of simplicity and power built into this system. My feeling is that, you know, you wouldn't want to do it in a big, obviously professional environment just because it's maybe not so rugged.
It's a different market. It's really designed for that very entry-level person who's doing like vlogs, maybe doing the corporate things. They just want to free themselves up from the wires. But this system starts out at about $130 Canadian.
Which is crazy.
It's crazy price point. It's just and it's a good performer for that those dollars. It's an excellent performer.
Yeah.
And then on another level, they have, if you want to step up into another level, they have also a digital wireless system, and it's called the VmicLink5 system.
Right.
And so basically, this VmicLink5 system, it's a mouthful, is a digital system.
Yeah.
And so you can see that these are lighter weight. If you hold on to it, there, it's a lighter weight system, a more plastic chassis. That's part of because of the band that we're running in is now up in that 5.8 gigahertz band. And so if you know anything about Wi-Fi and things like that, 5 gigahertz band there's less traffic up there, so it's very isolated. You're going to be able to get very good quality connection, but it's a lower power. In other words, you can't necessarily be as far away. So again, this system is designed for maybe about 100 feet, but you're going to get full digital quality sound.
Right.
But the digital comes at a very small cost, is latency. So the one thing to be certain of is that if you're using digital mic systems, that you actually pair other channels to also be digital mic systems, because otherwise in post you may have to do some slip and slide on the audio because of the latency or slight delay of the processing into digital. And that's what's the power of this system is. You can see we actually have a model that gives you 3 transmitters up to a single receiver.
Right.
Now again, because you only have left and right, you're going to have to mix 2 of them together. But I mean, for a live production or something like that, and these will be available in 2 transmitter kits and also a single transmitter kit at different price points.
Yeah. So I'm still unclear about who would buy this over this. Like what type of producer?
Again, simplicity, because there's not like you don't have to tune in any channels. It's basically plug and play.
Right.
So if you're looking for the best audio performance and just plug and play, I don't have to think about what I'm doing. I don't have to go into channel assignments and worry about channel plans or whatever.
It's an interesting,
very simple,
it's almost an interesting hybrid of these, right?
Correct. It allows it to simplify and give you a bit better audio performance.
Right.
It is at a premium price over the UHF system. So it is a little bit more expensive, but it has
but it comes with a nice case though, you know?
It comes with a beautiful case over here, and it also comes with rechargeable batteries, right? So it uses rechargeable lithium batteries. So you get these little battery packs, right? So it's using those to recharge.
It's a lot like the Fujifilm batteries, actually. Interesting.
Yeah, and then some other slight differences. I mean, the mic goes into the side. It also has a line input in it as well. So again, this would be an excellent system if you were more in the MI market. And you wanted to mic your guitar or something like that on stage, and you're going to put the receiver just off to the side of the stage, or back. Or the club's not that big; you can be within a short distance. Then you're going to get full sonic sound, because again, the digital sound is even better.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Awesome. What other points do we want to close out here with Saramonic?
Well, I think, again, as I say, within within the wireless systems, there's 3 different systems designed for 3 different levels of customers who, at a price point that basically untouchable by some of the other majors. And a lot of people are going to ask about the audio quality, and I would say the audio quality is quite respectable. And so bang for the buck. You're going to go do some tests, maybe show us a few clips, and we're using them right now. So,
so
what you hear is what you get.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Thanks so much for doing this.
All right, we're going to do another segment.
Awesome.
Great.